now.
Okay, I see.
This meeting is being recorded.
All right, got it.
Okay.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah.
hi, hello everyone.
Hey,
Hi, Roxanne.
greetings, greetings.
Greetings. I am so, I don't know, excited, effervescent. I feel my excitement at inviting this incredible lady, Roxanne Brown, that we've connected many years ago in our old neighborhood in Montreal, and we've gone our own ways and all that, and yet we're connected. We have so many amazing things in common. Being tigers. Today is actually the first official day of the year of the tiger. So fierceness, you know, courage, and that passion also for living your life to the fullest. And we connect on this level. We're both mothers as well. Free thinkers, women who want to share their voice and their wisdom at this time. And so I'm very honored to have Roxanne here on my YouTube channel. And we were just talking casually, but now we're gonna share with you guys, whoever's watching, our embodied wisdom. And we were talking, our theme for the times we're in right now, we're also Canadians, and the Freedom Convoy is actually in Ottawa at this very moment, making history, and claiming our right to mandate free and to choose, basically, and not to have these imposed rules that we've been under for 2 years. So that's the collective bigger picture. And then we're going to talk about our own personal experiences, what we feel about freedom. So I would like to open it up with Roxanne Brown and talk about freedom and what that actually represents for you at this time.
Yes, so thank you. I'm blessed to be here. Always surrounded by such great light beings, my ancestors, my guides. It's a great human experience. And this is what we came here for. Like, this is what we came to do, you know, align with our truth and with our purpose and go forward. So when I speak of freedom, it's interesting because even today, there was a card reading, and one of the things that came up was speaking of freedom, feeling free, surrendering and feeling free. And it's such an interesting thing that the card reading had those together, surrendering and being free, because that's not something that we would normally have together, right? Well, you can actually have that together, but I guess my processing of it is that, like, I don't know if I would put that together, but it is actually a surrender to yourself, right? Because we are here, this is self-mastery, what we're going through at these times. And it's a surrendering to yourself and then experiencing the freedom, feeling free of bondage, you know, ancestral curses and bondage, you know, the darkness that we have and that we have to break these cycles of. And the freedom is that next level, that next stage. And it's a feeling that can be, I would assume, and should be and would want to be embodied.
Yes.
There's nothing like that word and then living that word. There's nothing that can compare to that. And I think we've also taken it for granted, you know, freedom, freedom we talk about, especially when you're talking about Black History Month, and freedom of slaves and freedom of, but like, are you aligning with what this really means? Like, are we aligning with the fact that, like, freedom is when you have self-love, unconditional self-love, and the bondages that unconditional self-love breaks, the blockages that it frees you from, that's freedom. These are different ways of seeing it that I've never seen before. Before I embarked on this journey, this spiritual journey, I don't think I had full understanding of the word of freedom. I could always put it with, you know, setting that bird free, let him be free, you know, but like the analogy, you know, and like to look back at, like, what does this really mean? Like, what does this mean in your human experience? And so we can easily apply it to things when you speak about, well, I don't feel free if like I'm being forced to do something to my body that is against my will. I don't feel free, you know? And we can understand that. Like, it's a very simple statement. People can resonate with it, and it's, you know, you can chew it and swallow and you kind of get it. But like the true freedom is separate from anything. The true freedom has nothing to do with the government. It has nothing to do with your partner, with your soulmate. Your true freedom is yourself. It's your self-mastery.
Yes.
And that, once you embark on that journey towards that, it really, you realize that it has nothing to do with the outside, right? It's all inside here. And you live that and embody that, and then it becomes your outside. Yeah. So I can say for myself, even with today, I remember I did a meditation. Actually, yes, I did an activation, a new moon activation. And that came up again. So there was a card reading in the morning, and then I did a new moon activation, and it was like, freedom is here again. We're talking about being free. Yeah. And I can honestly say this is what we're embarking upon this new year. Wow. This is what it's about.
Yeah, this is, for me, the truth resonance happens in my body because it's activated through Kundalini and the breath and all of these techniques. And when somebody speaks truth, my body responds just naturally. It's like a tingling thing. Mm-hmm. And so this is how we know the truth. You know, when people say, how do you know the truth? The truth is you are the truth. I am that I am. You know, Sat Nam in Kundalini is truth is my name, is my identity. I am truth. Yep. So I am truth. This is where, when you talk about the embodiment of the self-love and the knowing, and there's like a merge, to me, the way I understand it, the merge of the soul and the so-called personality, the ego, or the biological being that is, you know, that has a form right now, is on this planet, because everything is consciousness and vibrating energy, but we take on a form, and then that form becomes our ego personality, it becomes our culture, it becomes and we need to honor that for sure. This is one part of us is here for service to humanity and the human consciousness. And one part is here on the soul journey to experience ourselves as a human being. And then we just drop the whole thing and we go fly back into probably a higher vibrational planet than this one. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this one's been pretty it's been dense. Yeah. On so many levels, you know, like, I mean, we were born on the same year in the 70s, and we came from a time of amazing, you know, the first wavers in the 60s and the 70s, and, you know, the groovers and the disco and all these things are part of our being because we grew up in families and music and culture. And that's the fun part about, that's the thing, we're here to enjoy the journey of being a human and being love and joy and bliss and happiness. And yet we come with those wounds that have been transferred into our DNA, our biological vessel, through our family lineage. And so freedom actually is to understand ourselves. I believe what you're saying resonates so much. It's just, I'm using just another form of it, but it is, to me, that freedom is when you're not attached to that biological form and all of the wounds and everything that comes with it, but you know yourself as an eternal soul being having a human experience and here to transcend those limiting realities and beliefs that our parents and grandparents and all of them had. Like, we are their biggest, you know, fantasy or dream come true because we're aware of it. We're not stuck in the dogmatic reality that, unfortunately, there's still a lot of people that are in that for now, but their souls are nudging them all the time to awaken and to listen to that small voice within that wants you to hear. So like, you know, we talk about God or all that, but really it's just you and that connection to source. And you know, the prayers, when we align our intention with what we would like to create and envision for the planet, and then for ourselves as well, like we're part of it, what's the best for you, you know. And this is where it becomes a personal thing. And yet we're, by doing this, by choosing our highest potential and timeline, we are connecting to the greater good of all, you know. Because when you're happy and healthy and vibrant, you are a healthy part of the whole, and you can contribute in that way, which is how our cells contribute to our body, through health or through disease, you know. So we want to become that healthy cell within the whole of the planet, and then beyond that, because it's all connected. It's like, you know, a one circle, another, and all these circles that interconnect as energy beings. And then again, honoring that human path, like what we've been through, what our ancestors have been through. So, you know, people can look from the outside and say, oh, she's, you know, white and she's black, but it goes deeper than that with our ancestry. You know, we're all indigenous though to the planet. We're all made from the same stuff, but that's not to bypass the healing process that we are in, all of us humans on this planet, through our ancestral lineage, and to end it. So yeah, that was a big but
no, right on time.
Yeah, right on time. Everything is divine. Everything's perfect on some level. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
true.
Yeah, I just love yeah, just being able to share, and the mirror reflection, the people surrounding us are reflecting where we are on our journey as well, once we choose that soul journey, you know. And yeah, so I'd love to hear more from you on anything, really.
Well, yeah, you know, I thought even while you were speaking, and I know we spoke about before, like even when we speak about, you know, ancestral, and how like honoring them is important. And the thing is, even before you get to that, if you can understand the connection, is that like it's they are present and can be used as assistants, great assistants. And like that's something I think as human beings, we kind of like that. We like to hear somebody's helping us, somebody's supporting us, you know? So when you want to embark on that, and knowing that like, you know, you're supposed to use everything, every tool that will assist you in life, or whatever the small project is or the big project is, you try to attract the tools that are going to help you, you know? And I think that's what would assist a lot of people, understanding that ancestral communication, honoring, and being able to contact and channel is an assistance, you know? And in that process, like it's a great gift, you know, and it's a gift on both sides, because there's the work that we do here is going to perpetuate, and it transfers, right? And I think that's something that I don't know if that's shared a lot. Like it had to happen to me in ways that, you know, I kind of didn't really expect, and which is fine, because as Pisces, we just flow, like we take it all, and like what is not for us doesn't stay anyways. So this is what it is.
We're both Pisces, by the way. I don't know if you mentioned that, but we
that's it. So yeah. So we really are the flow. This is the realest flow. This is the heaviest of flow that you can ever experience, because we're both Pisces. And that doesn't happen to me a lot. I don't meet a lot of Pisces. I don't think I have any Pisces friends other than you, my other soulmate. But like,
I have one. Yeah.
Very rare for me. Yeah, but it's something else. Yeah, I've remarked about that, because I try to like, I look at that and I'm like, wow, I only have like maybe, oh, sorry, I do have another one. Yes, my son's godmother. She's Pisces as well. Yeah. Here we are anyways. Here we are for this experience. And there's nothing like, even speaking to a friend the other day, there's nothing like this human experience, because it entails so much, right? Like we came here for this, you know? So it's like, what does this entail? Like, how do I do this? What's my day to day? And like, even going through the processes of the different things that we have to learn and the lessons and the trials and the tribulations and the tragedies and the traumas. And it's like, this is part of it. This is part of the process, you know, and like, it brings us great pain because that's how we're designed. We're human beings. That's how we're designed. Things that hurt us. You know what I mean? Things that are painful hurt us. Part of that experience is that it is for us, no matter what that feeling is and whether you decide to stay in it and live in that feeling, no matter what that is, it is conspiring for our highest good. And it's to understand that, so what do I do with this? And I think it's such a simple tactic that I've used for the last 4 years, where things feel very chaotic and very low vibration. And as opposed to going where I used to go to, into this, you know, fear-based thinking, I would go to this place where I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to learn? What is for me here?
The surrender.
Yes, that's exactly it. Because I don't fight things. There's nothing to fight. There's nothing for me to fight. I'm not anti anything. I just believe in love. I believe love is the answer to everything.
This is it.
So there's nothing for me. Yeah.
This is the end of the show.
Exactly.
There's nothing else to say. Now we just dance and vibrate energy. Woo!
Yeah, that's it.
Because really,
it's a wrap. Yeah, it really.
That's all we all want to do is love and like really, it's in our deepest core essence. This is and I don't mean to cut you off. It's just that I got really like this joyful kind of the inner child, you know, that is finally allowed to be who she was always meant to be. And this is like the true joy that we have. We claim it, and like you said, surrender to it, and we say, okay, bring me what I need. You know, I myself don't really know what I need, and yes, I can say, oh, I'm a freedom fighter, or I'm a tiger, or I'm a just because it's fun, because it's archetypes, and we're here to play, and the imagination is our superpower, because if you can imagine it, you can actually create it. It's like, wow, imagine that, instead of being told that you have too much imagination, that you should get with the program, and you're like, but I don't like the program.
And that's not my program.
That's not I was born into it, but am I here to just obey this thing, or am I here to break free? You know, and we have a lot of artists like Freddie Mercury, you know, I want to break free. And the freedom is, again, we can be looking for it outside ourselves our whole lives. And a lot of people are doing that by, oh, let's replace this dictator with another one. Let's replace this, you know, whatever. And we're like, yeah, but you're not free, right? This is what we're talking about. Unless you're free. And I feel like that inner child is that deep healing and finally embracing that, you know, yes, she's scared. Yes, it's not about killing that voice or that ego or that inner child. It's about healing it, bringing it into awareness, bringing the darkness into the light, whatever metaphors we want to use, because language is limiting in the experience, the embodiment of the integration of this wisdom that is accessible to all of us. Knowledge you get in books, you get from other people, but that wisdom is your own experience, your own truth, your own, and this is what we need to own now, because also as women as well, that's the intuition, that's the instinct, that's that knowing, that voice. And you know, they say that behind every successful man is a woman, and I believe that, but inside of us we're merged as one. This is when we're whole, holy, complete beings. And the subconscious and the conscious are working together to create the super conscious. This is some of the work of Joe Dispenza, and all these guys are talking about, or these doctors or scientists, or really they're just bringing back through science the ancient wisdom that is downloadable, accessible through your own divine connection to that. It's like the cloud, you know, it's like all you have to do is and say, I would like the information to come through,
Right.
me, so then I can act. This is actually the Holy Cross, is you're connecting to God and then you're acting on this horizontal plane. So it's the vertical and the horizontal. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the Holy Cross.
Mhm.
Is it
Yeah.
really that simple? But then, you got a whole religious and sacrifice and so many
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah, that's it. So many
But,
attachments to it, branches and attachments.
yeah, well, religion wouldn't, I mean, we're talking about also the whole system that this reality is based upon, like the Vatican and the Roman Empire, the Gregorian calendar. These things are all superimposed information or programs on top of the natural cosmic time, which now is being revealed because it's time, because astrologically everything is unfolding, the Aquarian age, the golden age, the time of revelation. So this is what we're feeling. It's like and anyone clinging to the old program is suffering because they don't understand that they can actually be free and embody more of these new timelines, the new paradigm, vibrational reality.
Yeah.
So, it's an exciting time for us because it's like the end of an era, a frequency reality, and then something else emerging. But in the middle, it's a little chaotic. It's a little, like the cocoon for the it can get a little messy, and that's what we're witnessing right now. It's like people know it's not working, but the new systems have not yet fully risen. And yet here we are, I believe, star seeds that are blossoming because the light from the galactic center is activating our sun and our solar system and us, because we're all connected to it. And so this is the time where we become more and more light, and the darkness is within us and in our systems are being revealed, and they have to, and we have to face that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. No, it's just, it's something else. And it's like, I think, even all what we are going through in this process, I think what I try to align a lot of the times with as well is realizing that it's like everything is for our greatest good, right? And like being here for this experience means it's like the whole experience. So like there's times where it feels like it doesn't feel very good. And then it's kind of like, if you have that reminder, that voice, and if your inner being and you communicate regular like that, it's to remember, like, it's not here to hurt you. This is not here. We didn't come here to suffer. It's not the plan.
And
this
as
is
Pisces, we know that well.
Yes.
We go down into
Yeah.
the depths of the core of that pain. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
When you know it, you know it, and you face it.
Right. That's it. Exactly. And it assists you in going forward in your process, like just living your day to day, and it's those reminders. These are the things that I try to impart when in my podcast, that like, this is, it feels not good, but the thing is, the other side of it is joy and bliss. It really is there. And that's my lived experience.
Yes.
So I'm not selling you shit in a bag. I'm really selling you like love, and at the end of the day, you don't have to be sold and advertise love, because it speaks for itself. Love is what love does, and it's a wrap. That's it.
I love it.
Very.
Oh my God. This is why when I heard your podcast, when I heard that you had a podcast and I listened to it, it's nourishment for the soul. So, as much as I love my green drink. I love, because it's easy for me to get all my greens that way, and I'm lazy. I don't, I get my 8 salads and like 1 drink. So I'm like, perfect.
It's smart. Yeah.
It's like sometimes I don't want to prepare, and I rather do something else. So for me, it's really great. And there's great people, and but it's a lot too. It's a whole digital world, and you know, young people are really quick in that world. For me, it's like, whoa, okay, I'm blasted with like overwhelm of like,
Yes.
so for me, it's like, look, this is good for me. I highly recommend it. If you're interested, contact me and I'll put you in contact with these amazing products. But I'm not also here to like sell stuff, like you said, a bag of shit or a bunch of greens. It's like,
Yeah.
but if it works, hey, great, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, food for the soul and food for the body, and
Yep.
nourishment on the deepest levels. And I think this
For
is
sure.
where we connect also, is like the messages that we want to, or what we want to share is, look, it does, if you're on that path, because, you know, we can, that depth can sometimes, I know people, unfortunately too many, that decide that that's it, they're done, they're finished, and they're not coming, they're, you know, and we know that the rates of that and mental, you know, situations
Health.
are difficult, mental health. So we want to assist. I mean, I think we're all here to assist each other in whatever way we feel, with the tools that we have and that we've developed. And, you know, in all humility, because this is what happens, you get to a point where it's not about you or your personality, it's about what is my service here? How can I best serve this humanity, this collective consciousness and this planet that we all share? And how can we transcend the limiting beliefs and systems that we grew up in to be able to perhaps create better ones that will include our history so that we never forget it, right? Because it's important. Somehow humans have a short-term memory. It's like, we gotta be vigilant and aware that your freedom, don't take it for granted, you know. Just like, these things need to be and I think this is when you live in the sacred. You don't take anything for granted anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Every moment is sacred. Every day is a blessing. You have so much gratitude for living another day, for breathing in that good ass prana. Like, you know, I love that guy. It's been years. He's been such an inspiration. But it's just, live it, be love in action. This love in action is God in action. It's source, you know, this is when we're in alignment, and our life is a beautiful flow instead of a constant battle, which is exhausting, really. I've been there, exactly. And it's like, who was creating all that? I was, you know, like on some level, because I wasn't aware that my vibration is reflecting my reality and giving me the shit that I need to deal with, or bringing it up and then going like, like, what is this? Or numbing it, you know, alcohol, drugs, whatever, like numbing the pain until either you're close to death or you actually die, which did happen to me a couple of times, and then come back. And then, so these experiences are so deep that it's then after you become humble to the human experience, and that everybody's going through their own journey. And it's such a gift. Every day is a gift. That's why they call it the present. So tacky. But so true.
No, it's very true. It's very true. And I think to be also very gentle with ourselves, like, you know, taking care of ourselves. Like, you know, there's things that like we probably wish we would have had. And I don't know if a lot of us are in that state now on our journey, but there's moments where you kind of think, that little part of you, your ego kind of says, wow, imagine if you knew this 6 months ago, right? That's not a nice thing. Like, that doesn't feel good. No. And so, like, you know, you align with what feels good. That message did not uplift me. So the way to see that and re-see that is, or observe that and re-observe that is, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be right now.
Yes.
I am what I was is what has brought me to where I am today. I am doing the best of my best. I'm doing the best of what I know to do. And that's what my Monday looks like. I don't know what Tuesday is going to look like. And I forgive myself for the things that I didn't know and the things that I didn't inform myself about. And I love myself no matter what. Yeah. I love myself any day of the week, anything that I do, anything that I say. Like just being gentle, just being, it's okay, Roxanne, it's okay. Like you didn't make supper and you're ordering food the third day in a row. That's okay. Your children are eating. You guys live somewhere. You have beautiful children that are being nourished. You are always supported and you're surrounded by love. It's everything is always going to be okay. And it's to give yourself that, West Indians say bly. Bly is like that, just give yourself that peace, that little bit of peace. Just give yourself that piece of cake every time. Give yourself that piece of cake because everything is always going to be okay. Because we get into these modes, even on our spiritual journey, we get into these modes like shoulda, coulda, woulda. Listen, I do not use that language anymore. Like it doesn't even come natural to me, you know? And it's like, I love exactly where I'm at. I mean, I love how I'm feeling on these moments, whether it's a low vibration, high vibration, medium. I love that. I love that about myself. I love that, like, I can think about something and like realize, oh my gosh, so if you process this way, you can manifest like this. I love that. I love that I don't know it on Monday and by Friday I'll know it. Like, yeah. I love every piece of what it is. And I'm okay when it doesn't look great that day. And I'm okay. And I still hold myself and caress myself and say, you know, the reality is we're always doing the best of our best. And like, we forget that. We're always thinking about what we should have and could have done and what should have went this. Okay, but did you realize in the moment that you did that, that's what you knew to do? That's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow. This is the thing, when your future self speaks to you, or you what you are saying right now is, I don't know, it's mixing my past and my future. I have no idea what I'm saying anymore because I'm just like it's like I'm being like swept into this wisdom. And honestly, it feels so good for me, for my soul, for my heart, because your authenticity and your transmission is so pure and real, and I really love it. And I would love for us to do this again.
Definitely.
I would really love this. And your podcast is, can you say what the name is? I'm gonna put it in underneath after.
Okay, because really, maybe I'll put it in the chat. Okay. Should I do that?
Sure. Yeah, I guess that's gonna show up if you message.
I think so.
Everyone.
It's and it's very long, but it's the Path of Unconditional Love.
Perfect. Yeah.
To healing.
Yeah, you just type it in and you'll find it. I found it easily.
Yes, exactly.
And
that's exactly.
So I really recommend listening to Roxanne if you feel this opening of the heart and this integrity and authenticity. I believe that the teachers, we are the new earth teachers, the ones that are here to share our wisdom.
Yep.
And I hope that we can help many people through our own embodiment and transmission. And as we activate ourselves, we help activate others, and then it just spreads quicker than any virus on the planet.
That's
Virus of love and unity consciousness, and honoring our wounds and yet not dwelling in them, but moving into our highest timeline, our highest vibrational reality. And thank you so much, Roxanne. I look forward to us doing this again.
Definitely. I'm here to serve. I'm here to heal and serve. I'm here with unconditional love always. And I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you too. I love you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon.
See you, sweetie.
Bye.